Hey, I'm Jeff. This is Allie. This is the
Hello.
Wake Coaching Podcast. And you were just like,
Yes, sir.
Hello. That was
Hello.
hilarious. Well, hey,
Hello.
welcome back. Today we're jumping right into it. We're going to talk about
Yeah.
youth sports. Youth sports,
Oh.
right? So we talk about like business, family, legacy. Like that's what we talk about a lot. But as a coaching podcast and as just even the two of us, we love that. Just those topics.
Yeah.
But feel like one of the things that comes up on a regular basis is youth sports. We have 7 kids, 7 to 20, and a lot of history with this and a lot of current pain. I'll just say it. So Allie and I talked about this beforehand. She encouraged me not to be super judgmental. I'm going to do my best, okay? Because I have very,
welcome.
very strong feelings about youth sports. From multiple perspectives, we could debate it. You would be wrong.
So if you...
Oh, should I stop?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you go.
I'm going to...
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
good. Make it kind.
If you're somebody who is wondering how much is too much with sports, or should we even get started, or you feel like you're being pressured by your kid or just whatever.
Well, for instance,
like
your
culturally,
kid might be 3 and you're already
Yeah.
feeling like, oh my gosh, they're behind. They're never going to make the NHL because they can't skate yet. Okay, you keep going.
So if this is something on your mind and you're kind of questioning, like, should we be doing this? How much is too much? We feel like we're kind of a counterbalancing voice, like in today's culture. Because today's culture is very much like kid-centric. There's tons going on with sports, and they start really early on and they get really serious really
Super
early
fast.
on.
And expensive.
And all of the activities and all the things, all the practice, all the games, the tournaments, everything, it really does shape the culture of the home. And so we just like to be that voice saying, everyone just stop for a minute and maybe think about this.
Because it really is like you think about the priorities,
Yeah.
like of time and money. I was just talking to someone the other day. They run a hockey business where literally it's a retail business. And they said for a kid to come in and if they're the goalie, like to get fully outfitted as a goalie, it's going to be $5,000. $5,000.
Dang.
Like that was more expensive than my first car, right? Or a lot of my first cars or my. So you look at it like, oh my gosh. So your 12-year-old has wearing $5,000 outfit. And that's just the outfit, not to mention the cost of being a part of the league or ice time or all the different or travel or the hotel or the like. You're like, oh my gosh. When you add it all together, you're like, I literally probably going to invest $25,000 into my 12-year-old's hockey career, a year. Does this make sense? And so Allie's a great balance for me because in my mind, I'd be like, I would like expletive, no, it doesn't make sense. But
it all comes down to what are your values as a family? And one thing that we've been talking about, and we have not done yet, but we'll share it. We'll share it when we do, is having our kids create their own vision boards or their life list. What are the things that they want to accomplish? What are their dreams? And so when we're making decisions about sports, we should be doing it with those things in mind. It shouldn't just be the thing of like our kids badgering us to sign them up for football because they're best friends in it. And so they want to be in it too. Like that is how it happens. And it catches us off guard. And we're like, well, oh gosh, I don't know. And if we don't have a clear reason to say no, then we say yes. And then we find ourselves kind of swept away in this culture of youth sports. And that is just the story that like so many of our friends tell about, their kids. And now they find themselves just kind of being taxis, like multiple nights per week, bringing kids to all these different places. They're not together as a family. They're not together as a married couple. Weekends revolve around tournaments or games or whatever. And again, it really does actually shape the culture of a family in a big way. And so if that is your value, if that is a major life goal for a kid to be in a sport, potentially going pro, whatever it is, we know a family we love and their son truly, that is his goal. And as a family, they're rallied around him and they're like, we are going to do whatever we need to do to set you up for this, this small chance of it happening. Whatever we can do, we want to at least set you up for like potentially making it. And we can respect that because they've thought about it. They've really like searched it, and this truly is a dream for him. And so they're like, okay, we're going to make these sacrifices.
But I think what's interesting, you talk about it's a dream for him, for the kid. And I think that like you have to look at like sports. So I was a 3-sport athlete in high school. I played soccer in college. I actually coached sports, soccer, baseball, basketball for about 15 years. So I love sports. I'm not anti-sports, but I'm anti what the youth sports movement has done to the family. But in this case, when you see a unique family where it's like literally this kid has the genetic makeup to be a defensive lineman in the NFL, because you look at his dad and his mom, and his dad is 6'6" and his mom is 6'1", and you're like, okay, oh wow, like there's some genetic advantage here. I have a very good friend that his son played for Auburn as a linebacker, and there's genetic advantage there where it's like, okay, wow, that makes sense. Now, looking at us, there's not a lot of genetic advantage on the field. I'm just going to be honest. And so even in that, you're like, okay, so dealing with saying no to your child. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Saying no, just, like without a clear why, doesn't go over well. And so I think like part of this happening, like part of you saying no kind of successfully with your kids is like that you all understand and have shared values and shared goals, hopefully already.
Yes.
That they truly understand that you're not just making this up like for a reason to say no. Like they've heard these things over and over and over. And so when you're like, no, because we live by a kingdom first value, like we're not going to be gone every Sunday at your games because we're going to be at church. Like that's actually what's important. Or no, because one of our values is connection. And we're not willing to pay the price for you to play football, for our family to not be together. And having family dinners most nights and, all of those things. And so we have clear reasons to say no. And these are not new things. These are things we have communicated to our kids over and over as values that we truly live by. And so I think that is a huge part of how do you say no? You're basing it off of things that you have lived out and you have proven to be a true value of yours over time.
So I want to encourage you as you're thinking about this, because I know whenever you're listening to this, another season is coming soon. Another sport is coming soon. Another opportunity is coming soon. So think about your core values. If you don't have core values, scroll back. We have a couple previous shows or episodes about core values and developing family core values. I encourage you, the moment that you begin to make decisions based upon values over emotion or over feeling the pressure of the moment, or even caving into societal norms and your kids' norms or your kids' friends' norms or kids' friends' family norms, all the norms, right? All the norms. I hate norms. I love norm though. I'm just kidding. But rather than like giving into that, what are your core values? Because your core values will help you make the decision that honestly, it's going to make the most sense for you and for your family.
And just feel you have permission. You have permission to say no. You are not screwing up your kids. You are not stealing their childhood. Whatever those core values are, you make decisions based upon them. And that is being a good parent. So there you go. Weight coaching. Thanks for joining us.
Coaching.